All right, well, this is the one where we talk about anime.
Yay!
Yay!
Oh! Senpai!
Senpai!
Dude, but anyway, David's not here still.
David is still not here.
So you guys get another week of me.
Crazy Jordan.
Well, thank you. I take that as a compliment. We should probably start talking about anime, considering it's an anime podcast.
It's an anime podcast. We're not going to talk about anime at all. Screw it.
Get this.
All right.
I'm not sure if you've seen the show, but I was watching this show called Ace of Diamond, or Ace of the Diamond.
Yep.
And that show's actually really, really good.
Amazingly enough, most sport animes are actually
Good.
pretty decent.
Yeah. I know, and like the thing is I started watching that show back, I think it was last year, to be honest with you, because I saw it on Crunchyroll and I was like, oh, well, this is actually, this looks decent. It's baseball. Sure, why not?
Sure, why not?
And I started watching the show, and I don't know, I fell in love with the show. I thought it was hilarious. It had that perfect mixture of just funny, and it is like the king of cliffhanger endings, though.
Oh, it's Ace of Diamond. It's been around for several years.
Really?
Like, I don't know the exact amount of chapters the manga has, but I know it's still going.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the show's still going. So
people always focus on like your Naruto's and DBZ's and One Piece and stuff of like how long they've gone, and then you got shows like Ace of Diamonds, Detective Conan, and stuff of these are like no-name shows that no one really in America pays attention to, and yet they've been going on for like 700 episodes.
Exactly.
And they've just been around for so many years that no one even remembers they're still going.
Hey, I mean, I didn't even know that the manga was like that old for Ace of Diamonds. So, but I mean, it's a good show. I really like it. I've been keeping up with it. Trying to keep up with it like every week. So
that's what's so funny is like I could care less about sports in general. It was like I played soccer and stuff growing up, but watching a sport is just stupid.
Yeah.
But then it was like watching like sport animes are just hilarious.
Dude, they're great.
Because they overemphasize like everything.
Yes.
Everything is like life and death situation.
And that makes it so funny. Like I remember in this show, like, guys holding the bat, 2 strikes against them and stuff.
It's like, we're down to the wire. Oh, and what are we gonna do?
But my favorite part is this. In reality, the entire scene should take like 5 seconds. Yes. But they draw it out to like 10 minutes where this guy's just thinking in his thoughts, oh man, I'm gonna be batting for the team and not for myself. But if I bat for the team, will I be the hero if I can score this run? Or will I just fall and, defeat, and
then it goes to the manager where she's over there with her,
and she's like, yeah, and she's like, he's batting for the team now, like, you know what I mean? And then it goes to some random fan in the crowd. It looks like he's batting for the team. Is this gonna be the moment? Like, and I'm just like, there is no way that they're all thinking the same thoughts at the exact same time in those 5 seconds. There's
like, you kind of want somebody where they're doing like their inner thoughts or whatever, and they go to some guy that's sitting on the bench. He's just like, God, I really wish I could play today.
Exactly. And
or some other guys over there like, did I leave the stove on?
Or something, yeah. But they're all thinking the same exact thought. And the funnier thing is when a player's like on the field and they're having like those deep moments, like you said, just kind of thinking about life or death, whether or not they score this goal or something. And then it's like they won't even shout anything. They'll like mumble something under their breath, and like the fan all the way like at the top of the stands hears them and is like, oh man, that's what he's thinking, huh? And I'm like, how do you even hear him? That's not possible. It's the dumbest thing ever, but it's so funny.
That's what's so great about like anime sport series is because they overemphasize everything to make it almost like life and death, like if this doesn't happen, we're all gonna die kind of situations, that it makes the show so much more interesting.
It really does.
To where everything that happens, you're on pins and needles of, oh my god,
really
is this going to, is he going to do it? Is he
really
going to fail?
You really are. And
like,
about 90% of the time they do.
Yeah, it was fail. Like this one soccer show I watched a couple of years back.
Oh, is it, what's the name of it? Is it the one where the brother died?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the brother died, so he has to live up to
Night
it.
in the area. Night in the area or Night in the arena. I can't remember.
Yeah, something like that. But it was one of those situations where it's like life and death and everything, and then they lose or something.
Yeah.
And they just like, the kid just like slumps down and you just feel like in your gut of, oh my god, I can't believe this happened.
They just lost. Yeah. Dude, no, I don't even know, man. I enjoy watching them, but you're right. They tend to be really, really over dramatic, and it's hilarious.
Well, it's like the one basketball one. I think it's Slam Dunk or something.
There's Dear Boys and there's Kuruko's basketball, or the basketball that Kuroko
I think that's
plays.
it. Where they were saying they're playing basketball and everything, but like all their moves, special, like almost like
super
fighting
secret,
game moves of, oh my god, he's using his secret technique.
I remember
the super dribble drop.
I know. No, you're right. Like, and it's hilarious. It really is. Because I'm thinking to myself, there's no way. These kids are in high school. There is no possible way that they're doing these things right now. That is such, but
that's the other thing is like they all take place in like the middle school or like early high school.
Mm-hmm.
So you're sitting there like, yeah, these seems like really, really good, but they're little kids.
Exactly. Like, it puts me to shame.
Well, yeah, any sports I watch puts me to shame. I'm a fat sack of like geekness over here.
Oh my goodness.
I haven't kicked around a soccer ball in like 10 years.
I think I played something like last week. I can't even remember. I did something. I might not have even been last week. I don't even know.
I don't remember.
I did something. I did something, okay? Just let me feel good about myself. I did something. But, no, I mean, there is one show, though. I mean, I don't know if you could really call it like a sport. It's not a sports show. But it was a fishing show that I watched. It was called TOWWTA.
Oh.
And, dude, I fell in love with that show. Like, I actually legitimately bought it off Sentai Filmworks' website.
What?
Yeah,
a show about fishing?
Yeah, because it's like, it's life or death, and these guys have to fish for this specific fish, otherwise the fish is gonna send out all these radio waves and make everybody turn into like these zombie dancers that like sing. It is the funniest show.
This is
ever.
some poony going on
Dude,
here.
It is so funny. Like, I don't even know, man. I all I know is I watched the show. The theme song was like catchy as like, but dude, it was legit. But I watched the show and I really liked it. So I ended up hearing that it was going to get English dub, and I was kind of curious to see how it would sound. So I actually ended up buying it on Blu-ray. So, but it's a good show. I like it. It's called TOWWTA. It's a fishing.
That just sounds so weird.
It is weird. It is. Like, one of the main characters is this secret agent who's an Indian, And like, yeah.
Right, what kind of Indian are we going here?
Like Indian, like not like Native American, like Indian.
Is he the like
India.
stereotypical like curry Indian?
No,
like
that's the thing.
Horizon.
No, that's the thing. They didn't give him a Indian accent. They just gave him a regular like American accent.
See, that's the thing I love about anime. Since it's done in Japan, Japan doesn't care about offending other nations.
Mm-hmm.
So they can make their characters as racist as they want. And like America is going, oh, that's horrible. That's so racist. And Japan's like, well, that's a really funny character.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't have really... I guess it might have made sense for him to have an Indian accent, but... I mean, it sounded fine without it. He just kind of was like, hey, my name's Akira. And I'm like, oh, he sounds normal. Cool.
He sounds normal. He does. So, it's like they, in Horizon with the curry guy.
Yes.
Where even his English voice actor, they gave him most stereotypical, like, Indian accent of... Would you like the curry today?
Yeah, but he wasn't really a main character in the show.
He wasn't a main character.
He was just kind of one of those background characters for just hilariousness.
So it's okay that we make fun of the racist background characters, but if it's a main character, no, he's not allowed to be racist.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I was just saying that he was not a main character. That's all I said. But no, that was a good show. Horizon. I ended up watching both seasons.
Horizon was a really good show that I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, Horizon in the middle of nowhere. I didn't know what was going on either.
It was like the moment I was like, oh, I think I figured this out. And then like something else happened. I'm like, wait, no, that's not. Okay. Wait, what? Huh? Wait, what?
And then the second season starts.
And then the second season started. And you're like, wait, why are there sports people there now?
Exactly. And they all had like English names. And
yeah,
I can't even remember.
What I tried to figure out was like, I think it was something's wrong with the Earth, so they all live like on islands
something
that are
like
floating
that.
now.
Something like that.
And like they're recreating history or something.
I think so.
So like every nation is one of the original like nations, like England, Spain, Japan, or whatever. And their wars that they do, they're actually recreating old thing like they did the Spanish invasion.
Yeah, I remember that.
And stuff. That was the most I got out of out of the plot.
I just remember the skeleton guy.
Yeah.
What was his name? Christopher Hatton or something like that.
The English.
Yeah, and he just what's he say? Like he just what does he even do? He's just like dance.
He's just
and I'm like, what the? That's all he says. And he's I think that they even made a joke about that in the anime. Like he's like death, and she's just like she goes, you just wanted to say death, didn't you? Like it was. Oh my gosh, that's the one thing I remember, and I remember the main character being naked like
during like most
of the show. He's just butt naked, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, why?
That's what I love about like that show. I love the main character because the entire show is him trying to confess his love to an android that has the like soul of his dead childhood friend
or something.
And apparently like the emotions are in the 7 sins or whatever. Dude, just explaining this show
and
makes people go, what the frick are you talking about?
Well, I mean, wasn't kind of some of the show them trying to collect those things?
Yeah, that was the thing. Was like,
but then
he was declaring war on the other nations. To get the 7 ornaments.
Yeah.
Which each one is like one of the deadly
it's coming
sins.
back to me. Yeah, I remember. Okay.
But like each part has like a piece of her soul, so that's why he's like, really I'm going to collect them all so you can get your soul back, basically.
And I remember, like, he can't be sad, otherwise he dies or something.
Yes.
So he has to stay happy, like, forever.
That is, like,
he cannot get sad again. So
where his, like, ability, like, he can give unlimited power to everybody, but he always has to be happy.
Exactly.
He's not allowed to be sad anymore.
And if he gets sad, he dies.
Yeah, if he gets sad, he dies. That's what's even better. That gives him, the green card to be as goofy as he wants.
Exactly. But it was a good show. I really enjoyed it. It was very strange, but it was enjoyable.
Yeah, that's the thing. It was really strange. So strange, it made it good.
Mm-hmm.
However, the one thing that I was I can get over, the craziness and the weird plot and all that. But it was what was with the girls and their balloons for boobs?
I don't know.
It was okay, I get in anime, a lot of the women are very well endowed.
Yeah.
But for some reason in Horizon, they were all massive balloons on their chests.
I know. It kind of made it almost awkward looking.
Yes. And then the one girl who didn't have...
Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, no.
The vice president or whatever.
Yeah, I remember. Okay.
Where she had, her family, she had to be a boy for them or whatever, but they didn't get to finish the operation, and they had a... son born.
Yeah.
So basically she just doesn't have boobs.
Okay, yeah. I remember this character, yes.
And they kind of make fun of her almost.
Oh my
which is
goodness.
Horrible.
Well, that's what they always do to all the anime girls that are kind of,
We're back to the whole Japan not caring about offending people.
Yeah.
Because they make fun of flat women so much in anime.
Yeah. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
But dude, no, what else? What was it? I was watching a couple other shows too, because I think I told I have Crunchyroll. So I just kind of tend to hop on and just be let me kind of see, what shows are on today.
Yeah.
What's being updated and stuff. And they've been updating some older shows on there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think they had put Yu-Gi-Oh or something on there, which I know we talked about Yu-Gi-Oh last week and how it's a really kiddie anime and stuff.
Oh, not to cut you off, but I did see something cool, or not really cool, but interesting about Yu-Gi-Oh.
What? Let me hear it. What could possibly...
Yu-Gi-Oh got licensed by a gaming company.
Yeah.
And they're coming out with Yu-Gi-Oh Yahtzee and Yu-Gi-Oh Monopoly.
Wow. I don't know what to say about that.
It's I forget the name of the company that makes Monopoly.
I can't remember.
But
dude,
it's
been years.
They come out with some really strange monopolies and stuff.
Yeah.
But to turn a anime Yu-Gi-Oh, they're what had to go through their process of, hey, the card game guys, they look like they would want to play Monopoly.
I don't know. But I will say this. When I was a kid and I was somewhat semi into skateboarding, and I say semi because I played Tony Hawk Pro Skater and I thought I was cool or something.
Oh, we all did.
I actually ended up buying a skateboard and it had Yu-Gi-Oh on the bottom.
Oh, jeez.
So, and I took it to the skate park once, and that's it. Just one time. And I never went back to the skate park. Yeah, and it's not because people made fun of me, it's because I really didn't know how to skate, and I was I'm done skateboarding for the rest of my life.
That's okay. At least you tried. I got on it, I was one of those that wanted to be the skateboarder to hang out with them all, but I could not skateboard to save my life.
Yeah.
So I was the rollerblader with all the skateboarders.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, rollerblading's still kind of cool. So. But no, real quick, I do remember this, though, from Yu-Gi-Oh! And here I go, my voice acting instincts are coming in. God. Sorry, but I remember there was one episode...
Are you making fun of Dan Green?
No, where there was one episode where they went into this dungeon, and it was Yugi and Joey and the other two.
Yeah.
And they had to fight these Chinese brothers.
Oh,
and in the English version, they called them the Brothers Paradox, and their names were Para and Dox. And I remember...
And they had, the most heavy, Chinese accent.
That's the thing. One of them did, but the other one didn't. Docs had like this just regular low, like,
the
hey guys, my name's Docs, and I'm gonna kill you, or something like that. But Para was voiced by Sam Riegel, and he gave him this like ridiculous, like over the top Asian Indian whatever accent.
Yes.
And dude, it was the funniest thing I've ever heard.
We will stop you today.
Dude, no, it's not just that. It was like what do you say? He goes, the players on each team will alternate turns with every passing round. First, I will play. Then Yugi. Then my brother. Then Joey. Then back to me. And I'm like, dude, I was laughing so hard. And I showed it to my friend who's also a voice actor. And he was just like, dude, that is so racist. Which it wasn't, but it was, oh my gosh, it was so funny. Like, I still go back to that episode every once in a while and I'll like just watch it just to be stupid.
It's like we were hitting on how Japan's racist or whatever.
Yeah.
But then you realize that's the English voice acting.
Yeah.
That means Funimation or whoever picked it up was like, oh, they have these characters. We need you to voice this character like this character.
Well, I mean, in a way, though, it kind of makes sense because, like, if that really is how people from there speak English, like the actual English language, because they have their own language.
But they're all Japanese, so shouldn't all the characters have a heavy Asian accent?
True. That is true. I actually did not think of that.
So it's like, we can't just focus on, okay, they made this stereotypical Chinese dude. Let's voice him like a stereotypical Chinese dude.
Yeah. I don't know. All I know is that
even though all the other kids are from Tokyo, Japan.
Hey, all I know is that I was dying laughing when Sam Riegel did Para's voice. And then they got another guy for like another episode and he did the same accent. And it was just like our guardian is damaged but not beaten. Remove trap. Excuse me, trap. There we go. And I don't know. I thought it was hilarious. I really did. I thought it was so funny. And as a kid, I didn't really pay attention. But now when I heard it, I just started laughing so hard.
So you're admitting that you're very racist.
I'm admitting that I thought that the accent was funny. Yes. I am not racist.
I'm not racist, guys. I just laugh at all the racist stuff.
But no, dude, like, anyway, back on track.
Like,
yeah, they put Yu-Gi-Oh! On there, and they put, oh my goodness, what was a couple other shows that they put on there? Digimon, which I know we talked about Digimon last week.
Digimon, Digital Monsters.
They have a couple other
champions.
Yeah, they have a couple others on there. Oh my gosh, what's the show called? I can't even remember.
Like, I never realized how much Digimon there actually is.
Yeah.
Because it was like, I really only know the first couple seasons just because that's what was on when I used to watch it.
There's only 6 seasons.
There's more than that because really? I watch a lot of AMVs because I used to make AMVs all the time. Someone made a Digimon like tribute one and there were like 8 or 10 different Digimon
really?
Shows.
I was going to say, I know.
So I'm not sure of how many seasons those were, but there were like 10 different ones.
I mean, I know there was Digimon Adventure, Digimon Adventure 2, Digimon Tamers, which was the card one. There was Digimon Frontier, which was the ones where they turned into the Digimon. Then there was like Digimon Data Squad and Digimon like X Cross Wars or something like that. Yeah, I didn't really watch the other ones. I got as far as Frontier, and I was kind of like, I just like the theme song.
There were,
as you can see, there's a trend.
So
I like
many
theme songs.
Digimons.
Yeah, I don't know, but there's even more Pokemon. There's more Pokemon.
So many Pokemon. Oh god, don't get me into Pokemon. It's like,
no, what ticked me off with Pokemon is they got rid of Brock. That's what ticked me off. Yeah. Like, they had him, and then they go to the Orange Islands, and he stays, and they get Tracy, who did nothing, like, except sketch. His name's Tracy Sketchin. Trace sketch. Like,
Trace
that is like,
sketch.
I was like, really, guys? But,
well,
Ash
that's why I like,
Ketchum,
that's why I gotta plug them in here, is the Pokemon Abridged guys.
Yeah.
They like turn Tracy into this like raging like pedophile
I remember.
guy.
I remember you showed me the
Hey
episodes.
guys,
But no, like he
let me draw a picture of you.
He did nothing for Pokemon.
He had a sickly old Scyther as like his main dude.
Well, he had a Meryl, I think, but
Venonat.
Oh, Venonat, and he had a Meryl, didn't he? Or no,
he might have.
I don't think.
I really don't remember much about him.
He had something.
Except that he was creepy.
He
more
didn't...
than Brock. Like Brock would have been very creepy.
Yeah.
If he wasn't a womanizer.
Yeah.
Because you think about it, he's like what, like 20 or something?
Yeah, he was like 16 or something.
And he's traveling with Ash, who is
10.
eternally 10.
Yeah.
And Misty, who I think she's like 12 or 13.
Young.
So you think about that for a second. Brock is traveling around with these two little kids.
Yeah. I know. No, I understand what you're saying.
But he's not creepy because he's a womanizer,
exactly.
and you know where
it's almost
his
like he's
interests are.
Yeah, it's like he's almost like a big brother.
Yeah.
Kind of. But no.
But Tracy, on the other hand,
but see,
let me trace a picture of you.
Tracy was like useless. Like the thing was I think that they had brought him in from what I heard. They had gotten rid of Brock because I think they actually were afraid that they were going to offend people, like with the way Brock looked. I guess, like, I don't know if it was his, like, the eyes or
the eyes shut.
Or the skin. I can't remember, to be honest. But they brought Tracy in, and then I think when they realized that nobody was really offended by the way Brock looked, they brought Brock. They brought Brock back. And yeah, try saying that fast.
Brought back. Brock back.
And they got rid of Tracy, and they're just like, oh, well, we have this character. Let's just put him with Professor Oak.
He's with Professor Oak.
Exactly.
That can't make Professor Oak any more creepy.
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh, well, okay, whatever. And then there's Gary, who freaking just, he was like Ash's rival, and then he just like stopped being a trainer. He just decided, he stopped being a trainer, and he wants to be a Pokemon, like, researcher or something, just like Uncle Oak, like Grandpa Oak. What? Professor Oak. And, he stopped being a trainer. There was one episode.
Does he still have his Blastoise?
I don't think so. I mean, he probably does, but I don't.
That was the other thing, like, when I was watching Pokemon several years ago, because I don't recognize, like, any of the new ones at all, because it was like Ash had, like, Charizard and this, like, unstoppable Bulbasaur that was stronger than, like, Venusaur's.
Dude, I could not stand Bulbasaur, man.
And, like, he had the coolest Squirtle ever.
Yeah.
And yet he keeps giving away, like, his Pokemon. Or releasing them. And, like, the only thing I can think of is, like...
Bye-bye, Butterfree.
Why do you want to be the Pokemon Master if you keep getting rid of your Master Pokemon?
Yeah, no kidding.
It's like, he really needs to evolve that stupid Pikachu!
Yeah. He really does.
He's never going to become a Pokemon Master.
I know, but Pikachu is like the face of Pokemon, so they're never going
to... That Pikachu is never evolving.
I know. But hey, do you remember Pokemon the first movie?
That's the one with Mewtwo.
Yeah.
Well, of course,
the first movie. I still remember, and I mean, it was new for its time. I remember in the beginning scene of the movie when Ash is facing that trainer. And, like, he, like, calls out, like, a Pokemon, and it's, like, a Dawn fan or something like that. You know, it's the...
That's right. That was when they first started introducing the new ones.
Yeah, and I remember just, as a kid, seeing that, and I'm just like, dude, who's that Pokemon?
Who's that
I don't know. That is so cool. And then, you figure out it's Dawn fan, and you're just like, oh, it's just Dawn fan. I don't care. I was
laughing with my cousin because she's like really into Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like ridiculously into Pokemon. She knows it all. But she got me to get the new game, the Pokemon X, because she's like, oh, you'll be able to get the first generation starters. So I'm just like, immediately, I'm like, I've got this. Yes, I can have Squirtle again. F yeah, I'm going to get Squirtle again. It's like, what? They can Digivolve?
Digivolve?
Because they, like, the Mega Stone or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Where they can now, like, Digivolve the Pokemon.
Yeah.
And it was like, Blastoise gets this, like, mega cannon thing. And, like, gets, like, cannon things on his arms. I'm just like, oh, that's just sweet. But it's like, I'm playing this game, and I'm like, alright, I'm playing, I'm fighting, and then like, a new Pokemon pops up, and I'm looking at this, I'm like, I don't even know what type this is.
Fairy.
Well, it's like,
Fairy type.
There's like, fairy types, and dark types, and all these different things, and I'm sitting there going, whatever happened to fire beats grass? Grass beats water. And it's like...
Yeah, but it's weird.
How do I was trying to play this game, and I'm like, I don't even know what Pokemon to use against this. Because it's like, I don't know what these types are.
There's so many, dude. There's so many now.
There's an ice cream cone Pokemon.
I remember.
What the frick?
Vanillish or Vanillite? Or
yeah, something like that. But I'm like, how does...
Vanillux? I can't remember. Dude, there's a gear Pokemon, Clink Clang and Clink Clang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I was going, what the frick are all these Pokemon? And my sister-in-law was playing this game, and she was actually going for filling the Pokédex. I think she's actually accomplished it, of filling her entire Pokédex. And there's like 720 different Pokemon, and I'm just going...
That's too many.
What
happened to 151?
I'm even good with like 260 because of
Generation 2
Gold and Silver.
Yeah,
because those Pokemon were actually some of those were the original 150.
Yeah, they just didn't make it.
Well, it was like they didn't think they were going to market well.
Yeah.
So a lot of them got taken out of the original 150.
Okay.
Because a lot of the ones that are in 150 were actually higher number.
Okay.
They were just like, oh, these aren't going to really market well, so they took them out.
Ah, okay. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so basically it was like Gold and Silver were really just adding in the full collection of Pokemon.
Okay.
After that, they just kept making up more and more.
It's just like, oh goodness.
And we're still not getting like evolved versions of ones we actually want to get evolved versions for.
I will say this though, I do like Nose Pass. I think Nose Pass is a cool Pokemon.
I have no idea what that one is.
It's this rock thing that's got like this big old nose. And it's a rock.
What?
Yeah, and like the nose can be used as a compass or something.
Oh my god.
I know. But I don't know. I think it's cool. Nose Pass.
Oh my god. They're just making up so many weird things.
Yeah, but dude, like, what was it? In Pokemon, I do remember, well, I mean, obviously, I remember the show, first season, best theme song ever, of course. Of course.
The Pokemon theme song is up there with the Digimon theme song.
Yeah.
Of, it's in your head for all time.
Exactly.
It's never leaving your head.
But I still remember when Ash saw that Ho-Oh. And I remember as a kid, I was thinking...
that was one of the original 150.
Yeah, see, and I remember thinking to myself, I was like, man, what's that Pharaoh doing there? Like, Pharaoh's the dumbest Pokemon ever. Like, why is he there, and why is it so mystical?
I remember that everybody was like, oh my god. They were trying to guess what it was.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, oh, it's a Pharaoh. It was just bigger than normal.
And it's not, it's
and
a Ho-Oh.
it was a Ho-Oh.
So, but I still remember that episode, and I was just like, oh, that's so cool. And then Ash, of course, talking to Professor Oak, I saw that Pokemon, and it flew right over the rainbow. And he's like, no, you couldn't have seen that Pokemon, Ash. That's impossible.
That's impossible.
So
good work, Ash.
Oh, dude, don't even. Not from that game. Pokemon Snap. We're not talking about that.
What? You don't,
Pokemon Snap?
Dude, Pokemon Snap was awesome.
What was his name? Todd Snap or something like that?
Yeah.
I can't.
Did he show up in the show?
He did.
Dude, that game was awesome.
Dude, no, it wasn't. I mean,
I spent so many hours. A lot of my friends have spent so many hours.
I hated that game, bro. I did not know how to do anything in that game.
Really?
I just kept taking pictures, and all my pictures sucked. So I could never get far.
Then you're just not a good Pokemon
I'm
snapper.
just not a good... I'm not Todd Snap. I
you
named myself Jordan.
About using the apples to bring Pokemon to you?
I did, but I just still was horrible.
Or knock the Charmanders into the lava?
Yes, I was just horrible. I was horrible at that game, okay? Now, Pokemon Stadium, that was a good game. All right, that was a good game.
Pokemon Stadium was great because it was all done by one guy.
Really?
The creator of Pokemon did Pokemon Stadium like by himself.
Oh, wow.
He was like, or it wasn't, oh, God, I forgot his name. Wow. But anyway,
it's okay.
He got the source code for Red and Blue.
Yeah.
And transferred it to
the N64.
To the N64 format.
Okay.
And that's why the game itself was it was basically just Red and Blue of the whole fighting and everything.
Uh-huh.
Because that's all it was. He just...
It was just a source code.
He just traded the source code over and then 3D mapped the characters.
Okay.
So that's why even the moves themselves, like how Surf in Red and Blue did that like wave thing on the characters. And that's why in N64 it just kind of showed it kind of waving on the characters. Mm-hmm. Because that's all he did was edited the code to the 3D format.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's actually kind of cool. So, but no, I mean that was good. I love how I wasn't even planning on talking about Pokemon for this long, and we somehow managed to talk about like everything.
Well, that's the thing about Pokemon. You don't realize that it's just going to keep going and going and going because...
Forever 10.
For some reason, we're just stuck in that loop of we're going to play the exact same game over and over and over because we just are.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, look, here comes a new game. It's exactly like the old game, though. Oh, who cares? It's a new Pokemon. Let's do it. They've got new... block Pokemon that are made from boxes.
Okay.
And they evolve into bigger boxes and evolve into crates. It's going to be great.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, no. That's enough Pokemon. But
you can never have enough Pokemon.
That's probably true. But
because Blastoise is the best Pokemon.
Okay. Porygon.
Porygon.
Anyway.
Yes, Porygon is the best Pokemon because it put several thousand children in the hospidual.
It did not. The show did. But anyway, Electric Soldier Porygon. But no, dude. Anyway, back to like anime because we just went on this whole Pokemon spiel.
Did you just say that Pokemon is not anime?
No, I did say that. I did not say that.
You just said back to anime.
I said back to anime because we were just talking Pokemon.
Pokemon is anime.
Has an anime, but Pokemon is not only an anime.
Pokemon is an anime.
Yes, and I said it had an anime. Well, it still has an anime. Okay? Anyway,
what do you define anime?
Back to important anime.
Oh, okay. Wow. You just laid down the gauntlet there.
I did. Okay.
What is anime and what isn't anime? Pokemon is not anime, guys.
The mic's dropped now. Okay, this is done. This whole podcast is over. But no.
So, on the account of what Jordan Cruz defines as what is real anime.
See, I didn't say that. Okay. I didn't say whatever. Just whatever.
It's just whatever.
All right. Nice segue.
Nice segue into what Jordan defines real anime. Go on, Jordan.
Anyway, what I was going to say was I never actually have seen the movie Akira. Or whatever. Akira. Is that the movie? Is that what it's called?
Okay. At least you segued into Akira as being real anime. Mm-hmm. Even though Akira could be not anime.
Yeah.
that it's not really should be defined as anime.
So what should it be defined as?
As just a really good movie.
Really?
Yes.
Because I have not seen it.
I
and
know.
Everyone keeps telling me that I really should.
Yes, you really, really should.
Really? Because I mean,
now,
I know
we talked about this in a past episode. One of our fans sent in a question. He was like, "What is, in our opinion, the best anime movie?" And he also then put, "And please explain why it is Akira."
Wow. Okay. Okay.
So it was like we went into the whole spiel of why our favorite movies and how awesome Akira is.
Mm-hmm.
Akira is really awesome.
Yeah.
Because it just encompasses the whole cinematography of the movie, how the characters feel more real, of the whole Neo Tokyo thing.
Okay, so it's not just like, oh, I'm watching anime. It's like, oh, I'm watching a movie.
Yeah, you're actually like watching a movie. You're not watching an anime.
Okay, got it.
And that's why a lot of people watched it and didn't even realize,
oh, this is anime. They just thought, okay, this is cartoon drawing.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'll watch it. Sure, why not? Okay. I mean, it sounds interesting. Like, I'll definitely give it a shot. I mean, you say it's good, so I'll take
my
your word
opinion.
for that. Yeah,
Boom.
I'll
Put
take
my
your word
stamp
for that.
on it.
I'll take the fans' opinion too. Like, why is it a kid? Oh, well, okay, then I guess I have to go see it. One of the movies I liked though was, I mean, I know you're gonna love it. Princess Mononoke.
Yes,
dude.
Thank you.
I
had to fight
movie.
with David on this one. Out of all the anime movies, I don't care. Princess Mononoke takes the gold for me.
Yeah. Dude, it was good, man. It straight up was.
It was like
really
the
good.
grown up Ferngully.
Yeah, I've never seen Ferngully, but yeah.
Well, Ferngully was really like
I know what Ferngully
a
was,
whole
though.
preach on saving the rainforest kind of movie.
Yeah.
But then you got Princess Mononoke, where not only are they like save the forest kind of
It's like the
story,
forest will kill you if
the
you
forest
don't.
will kill you if you do not save it.
Yeah.
And not only will it kill you, but you will just die without the forest.
Yeah.
Without the forest, people will die. And that was like the whole preaching of, yes, we can advances of civilization, but we still need to respect nature, and we need nature to live.
Yeah,
We're dead without it.
I mean, I really like the movie, but I thought it was I will say this though, one part that made me laugh was when the guy, fires an arrow at him. The arrow goes so fast, and it doesn't even stick to the guy. It literally just chops his foot right off.
That is my favorite part of this movie. Ashitaka just being so insanely strong now because this infection from the demon is killing him. He's going to die. But in the meantime, it gives him insane abilities to where he's shooting arrows and knocking people's heads off.
I remember that.
And that is just like...
I was laughing, like...
And he's such... And what's so great about it is he's still a pacifist.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole time he's just like, stay back! Stay back! Don't come near me! And they're still charging. He's like, stay back! And he's holding the arrow out, giving them all the time in the world. And they still charge him, so...
Yeah, and there goes your arms.
There goes your arms.
I was just like,
there goes your head.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I started laughing really hard at that part, and I actually rewound it a few times just to see it.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to. There's a lot of really good parts of that movie, and just the fact that the main character Ashitaka doesn't take a side. In a lot of shows and movies and stuff, they always show the characters who don't take their side. They're just taking their own, but they kind of still lean towards helping one side or whatever.
Yeah.
Ashitaka was so neutral in that movie that he was really able to bring the two sides together.
Yeah.
Because he really went to understand both sides. Like, he went to the steel town or whatever.
Yeah, I remember.
And worked in the steel mills and stuff to really see how the people are living
and what they're doing and stuff.
what they're doing and all that. And then when Sun attacks and everything, he saves her, of course, because he's a pacifist, you know, he doesn't want needless killing. So he takes her out and everything, and then he sees how she lives and how the forest lives and everything.
Yeah, so he's kind of seen both sides of the story. So.
Yeah. So you see it in how his character is developing from being that prince or whatever he was in his own village that's like isolated from the rest of the world, to really opening up to what is going on.
Yeah, and what's happening. So yeah, no, I mean, it was like you said, it was a great movie. Like I really enjoyed it when I watched it, and I was like, this is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I love Ghibli films, and Hayao Miyazaki just really brings to life characters. And that's what's so great about his work. Even though he went on and saying that the anime industry is killing anime.
Really?
Like, I think in an interview he said, like, he hates anime.
Really?
Yep, because just the industry itself is destroying the industry.
It kind of is.
With its oversaturation and
there's
not really bringing out the creativity anymore.
Yeah, there is no creativity. It's all the same stuff, just recycled, just different characters.
Which it's like, I really respect Hayao Miyazaki, but it's like, crap, I have to agree with
Yeah, exactly.
It's not even like a crap I have to agree with it. It's like, I want to agree with him because he's a very respectable artist, author, writer, creator.
Yeah. I mean, but we still, of course, love anime.
Oh, of course.
Of course. No, we hate anime.
We hate anime.
This is the last episode of the podcast. No. But dude, yeah, it was good. It was a good movie. I remember watching this one show though. It has nothing to do with Princess Mononoke, so this segue's horrible. But I remember watching this one show because I was curious because I watched the opening entry theme and I was like, this is kind of weird. I don't think you ever watched it though. It was called, well, maybe you did. It was called Paranoia Agent. Like, did you ever watch that?
I watched one episode.
Dude, it was weird. I was just
like, this is not for me.
Dude, it was weird. Like, there was like the little slugger. Like, that's what they call him in English.
It's their imagination or
whatever.
It's
something weird and I'm just like, honestly, I was lost. Like, and like the last couple episodes didn't even really have anything to do with that. It was just, I don't even know. Like, to be honest, it's hard to even describe it.
It's like,
all I remember was the theme was like, it was like Japanese yodeling. I was like, what?
Yeah, with that show, the whole concept of it was their paranoia was getting to them.
Yeah.
Like, whatever bad thing they were doing, it was eating away at them, and they kept seeing the kid on the roller skates with the bat.
Yeah.
And that was their paranoia was getting to them.
Oh, and it like finally hit them.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I see, because I was just like, why this show?
It's very psychological.
Yeah.
And that's why I kind of passed on it, because
I just remember that the old voice of Dr. Eggman.
Oh, really?
Like in Sonic Adventure 2. Like in Sonic Adventure 2. Like, not like Dr. Robotnik in the show.
Oh, okay.
But like Dr. Eggman in like Sonic Adventure 2. No, stop. No, there's no scratching here. But,
Why scratch?
Stop. Hey, Grounder! Okay, see, now you got me doing it. But, anyway, the old voice of Dr. Eggman from Sonic Adventure 2 actually voiced a character in Paranoia Agent. It was like the dad or something who, the dad, if you haven't seen the show, he had like some problem like with sex or something like
that.
Yeah, like having to have sex with like women, and it was really weird. Like, he ends up breaking into a house to steal, I think, money so he can afford to have his family like have a good living.
Yeah. And
he, I guess, is holding the family hostage, and like the family's daughter walks in and he just goes, "Call me dad," like dad. Like, it was really weird. And like, and you know, like,
and he did the Eggman
but like
voice.
But like, you know, like I just said like 50 times. You know that he pretty much raped her, you know?
Yep.
And it was just like, that show was just so weird, you know? I don't even know how to explain it. It was so weird.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. It was, like I said, the theme song was good.
The theme song
the
was
Japanese yodeling. So.
Oh, man.
See, now you still got me doing the scratch thing. Hey, Grounder! What was it like? Hey, Scratch.
Hey, Scratch.
That was a good show. That's not anime,
What you doing?
That's not anime, but that was a good show. And then you had Steve Urkel as Sonic
Steve
the Hedgehog.
Urkel was Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, Julia White. That's so great.
If you get kids don't want to do it, don't do it.
Yeah.
Always had that life
You
lesson.
got some chili dogs?
I'll have 9,999 chili dogs to go.
I can't remember. That's enough.
That show was awesome.
It was, but that's not an anime. But
oh man. Well, oh wow, we're really coming to the end here.
yeah, I
So,
can see.
We're in the new fall week of anime.
I have not yet. I have not checked it out. I plan on hopefully being able to get on Crunchyroll this week if work allows me to. Being able to get on Crunchyroll and just kind of check it out and see like some of the newer stuff that's coming out.
Well, I've started watching, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Being who I am.
Yeah, of course.
One of my mangas got picked up to do an anime this season.
Really?
Yep. And it's called Chivalry of the Failed Knight.
Okay.
It's really good. The manga is really good. Like, I'm really enjoying the manga. It's basically about this kid who he's from a well-brought family.
Mm-hmm.
And it deals with have abilities and stuff like that, like magic abilities.
Okay.
But he doesn't have any, like, at all. And he's shunned by the family because of this. Like, really shunned. His great-grandfather, who was like the hero or whatever of World War I or II or something, basically kind of like takes him in and like teaches him how to use a sword and stuff like that, and teaches him an ability to where, you know how when you run, like you're like, all right, I'm going to give this 100%, and you really, really run and everything.
Yeah.
You're not actually giving it 100% because after you finish running, you kind of like bend over, you're breathing heavy or whatever, or sometimes you do collapse, but you're still conscious and everything.
Yeah.
That's not giving it 100% because if you gave it 100%, you would run completely and just drop because you gave everything to that running moment.
Yeah.
And that's what he teaches this kid, his great-grandson, that doesn't have abilities and everything, to tap into release
to fight
the
until,
full 100% into whatever he does. So now he can move almost like flash speeds for like a minute. And then he literally just passes out.
Okay.
Because he released 100% to do these movements.
Okay.
And so it goes into this whole thing of where he goes to school, to the Magic Academy or whatever it is. But because of who he is, his family thinks of him as a disgrace because he can't use abilities and stuff. So they actually pay off the school and everything to where he can't take classes because he doesn't pass the ability test because, he doesn't have abilities. So he's stuck as like the rank F in the school because his family is paying off the school or whatever. Even though he's probably stronger than all of the kids there because his whole ability is swordplay and physical attributes.
Okay.
So it goes into the whole thing of that. But of course, you got to add in the whole anime aspect of it of here comes a princess from another world.
Of course.
From another country. She's a rank A.
Of course.
They end up fighting.
Yeah.
He ends up beating her. And, and then it goes into that whole thing. But, it's a typical anime story of that.
Yeah.
But the whole concept of his ability is really cool.
Yeah, that is kind of cool. Like, it actually sounds interesting.
Yeah, and it really shows one of his aunts takes over the school. and she basically allows him to take the classes and whatnot to actually advance finally, because she doesn't give a shit about about the family's pressure because of who she is. She's like, I don't care about y'all.
Okay. Hey, I mean, that sounds good.
Yeah, so it's like good. And then watching the first episode, it seems like they're following the manga. The animation is a little cheap. Like, it looks kind of cheap, but I mean, that might just be the first episode. Yeah. It looks like it has potential to be very good.
Okay. Hey, yeah, I'll check it out, definitely. But hey, man, that sounds that sounds like quite the anime.
Yeah. So that's a good one to start out on. There's several more, but like we're really running over time now, so kind of end that here. I guess
sounds good to me, man.
All right,
thanks again for having me.
Oh, David's been really busy and stuff, so he might not be on the show as much as he has been in the past. So Jordan might be our ongoing co-host here.
For real?
For real?
That's crazy.
But we'll see. And for those that have listened to us this long, be sure to check us out on Facebook, Twitter. We even have a Tumblr.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yep. And just started a YouTube that's got all of our past episodes and stuff.
Cool.
We're on iTunes. Be sure to check out BitBlast's other great podcast. I know Retcon just went on break, but got Fat, which is foods around Tampa. That's really good. They've got some sport ones, wrestling. They've got game ones, but be sure to check all those out. They're really good. If you have any questions or things you want us to cover, be sure to...
Or if you just hate our voices.
Yeah, just if you hate our voices, disagree with us. We're going back to David's thing of we love hate mail. But we haven't gotten any hate mail. That's really good.
Yeah.
We've actually gotten good stuff, which is really cool. Thanks for saying good stuff about us, guys.
Sweet. Awesome.
But yeah, be sure to send us messages. You can always send it on Facebook or our bitblast@podcast.com, I think it is. I forget now.
Wow.
I'll have to put it on our page of our email and everything. But thanks for joining us, Jordan. Thanks for listening, people. This has been the one where we talk about anime. Woo! And we'll see y'all next week.
All right, see you guys.
輝